Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Nashua South High School, where tonight the Bishop Guertin Cardinals will take on the aforementioned Nashua South Purple Panthers. Jason Roby here with you, along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody. I'm sitting with head man Brad Craig. Brad, before we get into tonight's matchup, you just came back from New York, a holiday tournament out there, and can you tell us a little bit about the experience with the girls? Maybe not record-wise, not what you would have liked, but what did the girls take from that, and what was the talent like out there?
Yeah, we went 1-2, and it was fantastic experience for us. So, you know, we always try to do something around that time of year. If for no other reason, then it gives us an opportunity to have the kids spend some time together, you know, some significant time together when school's out.
Right.
And they don't have to worry about homework and, you know, everything else going on in their lives. So, you know, spent a couple days together in the hotel, and you know, they're all bunked together and so forth. So it's a great experience for them to get to know each other a little bit better, which is great. On the court, you know, it was a mixed bag for us, but we did it for a reason. And you know, we had some moments where we played really well, and then we had some moments where, you know, we had some lulls that have been customary for us. And when you're playing really good teams and you have a lull, you know, it can go from being a 4-point game to a 15-point game awfully fast. And we had that happen to us. So I think we learned a ton from it. Fantastic competition for us, and I'm 100% certain that, you know, we're better for it, although we got our head kicked in a couple times.
You know, you mentioned, I think, some of the things you take away from experiences like that is the team building. And during these COVID times, obviously we're in masks here, and
Yep.
there are different protocols in place. But certainly getting away and the girls getting to spend some quality time together with one another off the court, certainly the team bonding will come into play. Maybe not now, but a few weeks from now down the road.
Yeah, and you've been around our program enough now to know that, you know, we value those kinds of connections and bonds a great deal. I don't think we can win without having kids that want to play together and enjoy being with each other. And it doesn't mean we're always going to be, you know, fast friends and so forth. So you spend that much time with people on a regular basis in a pretty competitive environment. You know, there's always, you know, the healthy tensions from time to time, but it's just a great way for them to let their hair down, have a bunch of meals together, kick around the hotel together, you know, go walk around downtown and just enjoy each other's company. And we got plenty of time to do that. So that may have been as helpful as anything we experienced on the court long term.
A good investment, no question about it. Talking to head man Brad Craig about the experiences at the holiday tournament in New York. We got about a month left of this regular season before we head into the tournament. It's like, you know, you talk about letting your hair down. This is one of those times where you'll be playing with your hair on fire for the next month here.
Yeah.
What can we expect? I hate to say home stretch, but what can we expect from your team tonight and the team they're playing tonight in Nashua South?
Yeah, so, you know, you're right. I mean, it's we're 4 games into our 18-game regular season, and we only have 33 days left in the season. So, you know, that's a discussion for another time. Don't get me started. But I think what you'll see from us, we're pretty fresh.
Yeah.
You know, so we gave the kids a couple days off when we get back from New York. Had a really great practice yesterday. You know, Sunday night practice last night. Kids looked good. So I'm optimistic you'll see a pretty good performance from us tonight. You know, I think we're ready to go. Now South, you know, a lot of different new parts and pieces in that program. You know, they got a couple kids back from injuries that can really play. You know, we've seen them on film a couple of times. They'll run and jump you a little bit. They'll press a little bit. So they'll throw some different things at you. You know, they've struggled early out of the gate, but I don't think that's an indication of who they really are. So we'll probably see the best version of them tonight, and we're looking forward to it.
City rivalry, you know, throw records out the window, but when you do talk about records, you guys come in state and with LaSalle 4-0 undefeated. This is a Nashua South team looking for their first win of the season, but when you crunch the numbers, their average loss is 6 points.
Yeah.
So they've hung around and they've played pretty tough, and you're probably going to get their best effort. You usually get every team's best effort, but being a city rivalry, probably get Nashua South's best effort.
Yeah, and that always adds a different dimension to these things. So you don't entirely throw the records out, but to a large extent, you know, you've coached in a lot of these rivalry games. You know, they never go exactly the way you think they're going to go, and the records don't mean a whole heck of a lot. You know, the kids get amped up for these games, and they really enjoy competing against each other. A lot of them have grown up together. You know, we have a couple kids that, you know, started in our program who are now over here, and you know, we love those kids to death, and you know, but it's just different. It just adds a little bit of a different flavor, and it's exciting. It's great.
That's good stuff. He is Brad Craig. Coach, I want to wish you best of luck. We got about 2.5 minutes here before tip-off. Let you get back to your team and your bench. Good luck to your team tonight. Look forward to seeing what you have in store, and obviously heading to Wyndham on Thursday, but we got to take care of business here first. So best of luck. Happy New Year to you, and we'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Sounds great. Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay. He is Brad Craig, the head man of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the undefeated Bishop Guertin Cardinals here in state, and from their game against LaSalle in Rhode Island. In case you didn't get a chance to see that, that was live stream, you guessed it, by the highlight guy, Steve Cody. My name is Jason Roby. We'll be bringing you all the action here tonight from the campus of Nashua High School South. We'll be back for the tip-off right after this. All right, we are back here, Landry Gym, here on the campus of Nashua High School South in the Gate City. Jason Roby here calling the action for you with the highlight guy, Steve Cody. Just talked to headman Brad Craig. We're about to meet the starting lineups for both teams here. Head baseball coach James Guy doing the pre-game announcements here. As we mentioned, Nashua South comes in with a record of 0-5, but their average margin of defeat just 6 points. They've been in all of their games. So I'm sure we will see their best efforts tonight. As Coach Craig mentioned, a couple of former Cardinals playing on this Nashua South team. So that'll add a little bit of extra heat to this one. Bishop Guertin comes in at 4-0 in state. They went 1-2 in their holiday tournament. When Coach Craig talked about it being a very valuable experience and, most importantly, some good team bonding.
Now, let's meet our starting lineups. For our visitors, number 1, Brooke Crockett.
Brooke Crockett, number 1, starting point guard for the Cardinals. Number 3, Dara O'Shea, 6-foot senior forward, will be getting the start tonight for Coach Craig.
Number
11,
11,
Olivia Murray, a 5'8" junior guard.
Number 12, Hannah Lynch.
12, Hannah Lynch, 5'11" guard forward, sophomore. And number 30, Caitlin Wheeler, the 5'10" junior forward.
Panthers. At guard, junior number 4, Maisie Parker.
Maisie Barker, one of those young ladies we spoke about. We watched her play for the Cardinals a year ago.
Sophomore number 5,
Morgan Gillis, a real solid player, sophomore guard for the Purple Panthers.
Junior number 12, Alex Kapopoulos.
Alex Kapopoulos, a junior guard, wearing number 12.
At forward, junior number 14, Ella Karopanis. And at guard, number 33, Lizzie DeRusha.
Liz DeRusha, number 33, will get the start there.
Panthers are coached by John Newman, Harley Durrell. Tonight's game is being officiated by Steve Greenwood and Kevin Simino. Now, if you would please rise
pause in the action for the national anthem.
Does anyone have the national anthem?
Opportunity to get down there and sing. Two words, Steve, missed opportunity. All right, we are just about ready to go here from the campus of Nashua South High School. I have to tell you, Steve, the pregame warm-up songs had me a bit excited as we listened to some Shoot the Thrill, the AC/DC. Kids, those were guitars and drums, in case you weren't quite familiar with the sound that was coming out of that sound system. Great to hear. We are ready to go here. Had a great conversation on arrival with Nashua South Principal Keith Richard. A lot of good friends here wearing the purple. Ray DeRusha sitting to my left. You may not know this, Steve. I started my coaching career here as a Purple Panther 100 years ago. All right, ball is jumped. Tip is won by Guertin. Here comes Lynch. You get the ball over to Murray. Murray found Paquette. They work the ball around the perimeter. Cheng now looking for some movement from her offense. She'll get it over to Lynch. Lynch, top of the key, looking for help. Kick back to Paquette. We'll set things back up. Panthers come out in what looks to be a 1-3-1 defense, maybe a 2-3 depending on how they fade. Lynch drives into paint. Leather souffle there, and a great block shot by Karavanik. Panthers now set up their offense. Kicked out to DeRusha. DeRusha, crossover dribble, guarded closely there by Wheeler. Nice kick out pass. Barker gave it up, fired from the outside, can't get it to go. Got a good look, top of the key. Guertin clears the boards, comes back the other way, going right to left. Left side skipped around. Wheeler into the corner to Lynch. Lynch is not shy. She'll fire and hit from three. First bucket of the game, 3-0 advantage. Guertin extending their pressure. Paquette will get called for the foul on the early reaching. Gonna have to stay out of foul trouble here. Guertin will go deep on the bench, but that is Paquette's first personal foul, team's first. Panthers now come back the other way. Old friend Maisie Barker, crossover dribble, drives through the paint. Leather souffle knocked out of bounds there by Lynch. Block shot. Panthers will retain possession. Running their motion, can't get the ball in. Almost a 5-second delay, but back the other way comes Murray and the card. She goes up, and it is stripped, and good body possession there by Barker. Had the presence of mind to get herself back in bounds, establish her feet, and get that block. Panthers now setting up their offensive set. Gillis guarded closely there, takes one dribble, lost it. Baseline pass, good help defense underneath, gonna get called for the travel. And that help defense caused Karavanik to
hesitate just a second, drag that pivot foot, get called through travel. 6 minutes to go here. 4 quarters, 8 minutes per quarter. Girls High School basketball, state of New Hampshire. Fired from the outside. Wheeler can't get it to go. Good offensive board there. Cleaning up the mess was Hannah Lynch. She's got all 5 of Guertin's points thus far. Barker now. Easily breaks that press. Nirvana goes, and a pretty move there and a finish. She has the Panthers first puck, 5-2 Cardinals. Sprinting up the floor the other way was Paquette, found Ocheng. Ocheng gets called for the foul. Had an easy layup there, but missed it. And we'll get a couple of substitutes here for the Purple Panthers. For those of you scoring at home, 3, 12, and 20. That is Lowell Kapopoulos, and it looks like Reeder will be in. Here come the Panthers. They handle the pressure and they break it and they set up the offense. Reeder will skip it around to Kapopoulos, back up top. Gillis to DeRusha. DeRusha back on the baseline, sets a pick for Kapopoulos. That ball nearly stolen by Guertin. And a skip pass all the way across, found Lowell. That ball will get picked back the other way. Comes Wheeler. She'll go up and make the finish. Full court pressure now applied by the Cardinals, handled by the Panthers. Established her feet, did Kapopoulos. Putting that over and back. A nice drive, found herself underneath the hoop, back the other way running. And that ball went off Ocheng's feet. Murray was able to establish herself, kicked it around, found Lynch, and she hits another 3-point shot from the outside. We'll get a timeout here. 4:28 to play in the first quarter. Early going of this one, Guertin a 10-2 lead over the Panthers. Good back and forth action by both of these teams. You can hear a pin drop in here, Steve. Do they serve coffee here? Oh. So if anyone's listening out there, for the millions of folks that are live streaming the highlight guy, I know you didn't get your ticket early on. You can't be here as the regulations state that each player and coach get 2 tickets and 2 tickets only to this one if you are the visiting team. I believe it's the same for the home team. If I'm not mistaken, it could be 4. I guess my point is if anybody wanted to bring me a coffee, they can. Back the other way comes a streaking Maisie Barker. And she goes up. That ball will be blocked out of bounds, but the Panthers will retain possession. Barker takes the ball, looking to inbound it, and she does successfully to Caravanic. Back to Barker on the baseline, working against Lynch. She drives, pull up one-hand runner just inside the elbow. Paquette clears the boards, and back the other way comes Murray with a head of steam, and she finishes it off. South inbounds the ball. They handled the pressure. And, of course, the key to breaking any pressure is to try to reverse it. Panthers did that quite well. Barker will throw one up. A runner on the baseline. No good. Glass is cleared there by Wheeler. Back the other way come Murray and the Cardinals. Kick back to Wheeler. She thought about it. Paquette will drive into the lane. Was looking to bounce pass it to Ocheng. It went off of a foot or two. Panthers able to come away from it. Looked like Lowell with the quick hands. Here come the Panthers. Losing her dribble there, not a good place to lose it. Good pressure defense. That ball is going to go off of Nashua South. And Guertin will get possession. Checking in now is Brooke Muller. She'll come in for the Cardinals. Also, looks like a new Panther checking in. All right, whipping the ball out, nice bounce pass and a good recognition. We'll see who that goes off of. It goes off of a green hand. So Guertin had the right play dialed in. They just couldn't handle the hot sauce. Guertin will fall back and pick up in the half court. Barker now kicked out. An open look from three, side iron there. Lynch on the rebound. She gets pestered. Ball goes off of her head. And it's going to be white possession. I think Lynch is going to pick up the foul. So good quick hands there by the Panther Paws as they are able to get the turnover. Into the backcourt goes Barker. She'll work against Paquette. Using the left hand, kick out dribble there, found Reeder. Skip pass, intercepted. And it looks like number 5, Morgan Gillis, will check back in, as will Karina O'Donnell. Now a freshman guard, getting some early time for the Panthers. That 1-3-1 defense still being employed. And a great quick hands on the skip pass. And Bourgeois has done his homework. We'll talk about that in just a minute as Wheeler went up and got fouled. Looks like DeRusha will pick up her first. Wheeler will go to the line. We'll talk a little bit about that defense in just a moment here. As Wheeler uses the shooter's touch to knock down the first. Paquette will take a break. Murray will come back in. Wheeler knocks down the second. The runner in the lane, and Barker gets the roll. Shooter's touch. Home court, nice job. Fired from the outside from about the Panther bench. Not sure Coach Craig liked that one from Wheeler. Regardless, Cardinals will retain possession. Murray will do the honors. When you talk about this 1-3-1 defense, that kind of takes away that skip pass that Bishop Guertin loves to employ. And that ball gets turned over again. So good job by the Panther defense. 2:05 to go and counting here in the first quarter. O'Donnell tried to get it in low. That ball was stolen there by the freshman Mullet. That's Maddie Bowen getting her first action. Tried to bounce pass on the block. Ball was knocked away. Back the other way comes Barker. She'll fire one up and get the kiss off the glass. Well, pretty move there by Maisie Barker. Coach Craig has seen enough. He wants to take a timeout and talk things over. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. Bishop Guertin 14, Nashua South 6. So as we talked about that 1-3-1 defense, we haven't really seen a lot of that from BG's other opponents, the teams that they've played. And what that has done is eliminate some of the skip passes that BG usually likes to employ. They're getting into that long passing lane and causing an issue are the Purple Panthers. So nice job by Coach Bourgeois and his staff implementing that game plan. Of course, I'm sure some basketball aficionado will come back and say, that's not what they're doing. But that's what these eyes are seeing, Steve, and that's how I'm going to call it. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. I want to welcome all the folks from the Gate City, Nashua South, and from Bishop Guertin for watching this one. Skip pass there, top of the key, Yahtzee! And a good shot there by Liv Murray. Back the other way comes Barker. She was able to find Gillis. They get the ball back up top. They'll reset. Left-hand dribble, loses it, sets things back up. She'll work one-on-one. Tried to cross over to Gillis. Working against Bowen, and a pretty shot in the lane. Couldn't get it to go, but Bowen going to get called for her first. And it looks like Gillis is going to go to the line for two. Subdued made free throw. Very quiet at the girls' games. More subs checking in for the Cardinals. Looks like Adriana De La Vega will get her first action, and Lynch will check back in as well. Knocks down the second pretty shot there by Gillis. She's got a pair. 2 points for her, 1:03 to go. 17-8. Bishop Guertin. 60 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Down low and a good entry pass there. Couldn't get it to go as it was contested at the hoop. Back the other way come the Panthers. They'll set things back up top of the key. Barker kicks it back out and a nice look there. And a mate and a pretty shot by Alex Kapopoulos. Barker drove the lane, drew the double team, and were able to find Kapopoulos open for the three. 17-11 now, just a 6-point Guertin advantage. Lynch fires, she side irons it underneath there in good positioning. Was Murray, she couldn't handle it, went out of bounds. Panthers will come back the other way. Reedy will check back in. So have to believe the Panthers will hold for the last shot here. 18 seconds to go in the first stanza of this one. But Barker is not so fast, old man. I'm going to the hole. She gets her 6th point of the period. Paquette, the runner in the lane. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound there. Shot was blocked. Daly had a good look at it. Cleaned up and put in at the buzzer. And that looked to be Adriana De La Vega notching her first points of the quarter. A 19-13 Bishop Guertin lead. But this is, as we talked about, a rivalry game. Both of these teams very familiar with one another. Guertin coming in with an unblemished 4-0 in-state record. And we talked about that Nashua South team. Even though they have yet to find the win column, their loss is coming by just an average of 6 points. So they are definitely due. They've played a lot of tough games here. The tough game will continue as they will face a Goffstown team that is currently 5-1. I believe they'll play them on Wednesday evening. Meanwhile, this Bishop Guertin team will head to Wyndham on Thursday night for a 6:30 tip there at the home of the Jaguars. But we've got a good one here from the Belanger Gym on the campus of Nashua South. A 19-13 BG advantage at this point. Nashua South sticking around, and the difference maker right now is the dealer, Maisie Barker, who's playing solid defense, driving the lane, drawing the double team, and finding the open player. Panthers have been opportunistic and able to jump down those, or knock down rather, those jumpers. So we are underway here in the second quarter now. Fired from the outside and just missing was Barker, but cleaned up there. And a great job by Reeder. She got the offensive board, went up, had a chance for a 3-point play, got fouled in the act, so she'll go to the line for 2. Knocks down the first. Chang will check back in for Daly. Wheeler will come in for Paquette. And we're going to get a lane violation, so no basket there. Going for her own miss and maybe violated that line too early. So 1 out of 2, a 5-point advantage to Cheng. And a great dish underneath to De La Vega. She felt the double team coming. And a near steal there. DeRusha will drive the lane, kick it out, fired from 3. Yahtzee! A 13-point bomb. Karavanec. 17-21 now. 4-point Guertin advantage. They work the ball around the perimeter. A nice backdoor cut there underneath. Pass to De La Vega. We're going to get a foul call. We'll see who gets the... Looks like it's going to go against DeRusha. Her second personal. So De La Vega will head to the line for a pair. Once again, things grow eerily silent. Good ventilation system here, Steve. You can hear the air going through the vents and whatnot. You got to keep it interesting. You got to talk about something, right? Knocks down the second, so 2 for 2 for De La Vega, as it looks like Guertin has found some semblance of a deal breaker there. That ball going to go off the hands of Ocheng, so the Panthers will keep possession, but Gillis will do the honors. Working on the baseline now. Good quick hands by Dara. Ball will go off of her hands. If you're Nashua South, you got to keep your body between the defender and the ball. They will steal it, and the prognostication comes true. It's back the other way. Comes Lynch. She'll pull things back out. And Coach Craig calling for a timeout. Not liking something that he saw there. A 6:38 to go here in the first half of action. A 23-17 Guertin lead. And it definitely appears that this Nashua South team has taken them out of their comfort zone a little bit with the defense that they're employing. And the opportunistic shooting, no question about it. Across the way at Bishop Guertin High School, Nashua South has traveled over there to play a game this evening. Meanwhile, Nashua North boys are at Alvern, and the Nashua North girls are hosting Alvern. So a lot of basketball action here tonight. All the Gate City teams are in action. Wheeler now got the ball back up to Murray. Murray back to Wheeler. She thought about it. Felt the double team. They'll skip it across. Good pressure defense. Good hustle by the Nashua South defenders. They got the ball into De La Vega, and she lost the handle. On the floor goes Gillis. We're going to jump ball call. Possession will go to the Cardinals, but really, when you watch this back, watch how fast the feet are moving on that Nashua South defense. They are really hustling back and forth into the lane, causing all kinds of problems and recovering quite well on the inside. Checking in is Karina O'Donnell for the Panthers. They get the ball back up top through the Cardinals to Murray. Murray will drive the lane. Nice dish there, and Chang will go up and get hammered. No easy buckets there. We're going to make you earn them from the line. So Chang will go to the line for a pair. And back irons the first. Coach is going to the bench. Both sides, and Chang will get one of two. Seven-point Nashua South advantage. A bigger floor here, Steve, we might add, which makes things a little more difficult when you want to press full court. A lot of places where you can create space. However, Guertin able to get it in the half court. And finishing there was Wheeler. She found herself kind of underneath the hoop, able to adjust her body to get it to go down. Losing her dribble was Gillis. Just threw one up into the center, and it was intercepted, and she can't get her own ball there. So back the other way comes DeRusha, and DeRusha tried with a bounce pass. It looks like Wheeler going to get called for the foul. And that should be her first person. Barker will check back in, give Gillis a break. DeRusha will do the honors out of bounds. Close to a 5-second violation, was able to get it in. Lowell with the good hands there, but Bowen interception comes back the other way. And it looked like Lowell was trying to slow Bowen down just a little bit, got her hands in and gets called for the block. Daly will check back in for the Cardinals, as will Kapopoulos for the Purple Panthers. Still neither team in the bonus here, as good clean play through this one so far. Chang will kick it out, found Lynch. Lynch back up to Daly, a nice bounce pass there, and a good look underneath, but just too much mustard on that hot dog as Murray put a little extra hot sauce on that, and Bowen could not handle it. Back the other way from Barker and the Purple Panthers. Kicked out. Nice dribble drive into the paint, and another kick out. Shot from the outside, back iron. O'Donnell had a good look at it. Back the other way come the Cardinals. Daly now. A nice jump stop, couldn't get it to go. Lynch couldn't get it to go. Cleans up her own mess, she goes up, and she will get fouled. Looks like Barker's gonna get called for her first personal. Lynch should go to the line for a pair. Lynch's first shot barely touches the front of the rim there. Muller will check in for the Cardinals. And for the Panthers, O'Donnell will get a break. Maybe Gillis came in for her back iron, so she misses both of them. Offensive rebound there, and a good move by Coach Craig to get his 6'2" freshman Muller in for the rebound. So, because of that rebound, Murray able to knock down a three-point shot. So that was a huge sequence in this one. 4:35 to go. A nice backdoor. Bowen was there to greet her. Good double team underneath. Chance for a three-point play. Just missed it, but she'll go to the line for two as Bowen will pick up her second. Front iron on that one. Checking in for the Cardinals, getting her first action is Maddie Maloney. And also for the Purple Panthers is Brady Murray. And missed both of them. Back the other way come the Cardinals. Working the point is Murray. Murray, they get the ball underneath and a nice feed down low to a streaking Daly. Barker now. Almost got trapped there on the baseline, was able to get through it. Nice pass on the baseline. Leather souffle there. And that ball's going to go off the foot of Murray. Back the other way go the Cardinals. DeRusha will get a break here. And a timeout taken. I believe it was a 30-second variety taken by Coach Bourgeois. 31-17 Guertin advantage. 4 minutes to go in the first half of this one. Pretty balanced scoring, both teams thus far. So if you're Coach Bourgeois, you have to like what you've seen up to this point. And if you're Coach Craig, obviously some teachable moments here. Maybe facing some things they weren't ready for. Rossetti does the, Maloney does the honors. Got the ball into Murray. Murray over to Lynch, back to Murray. Take one dribble and find Maloney. They skip it back around. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Back again up top to Murray. She'll fire, side iron. There to clean it up was Muller. And that ball on the floor, rolling around. Player from each team. They'll talk it over. We'll see what the call is. And it's going to be a jump ball call. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. have to be a pretty good guesser. All right, back the other way. Come Barker, and Barker drops the shoulder and drives into Daly. That ball will go out of bounds. Murray will check out. Wheeler will check back in. Gillis to do the honors. Ball taken in the backcourt by Barker. Kicks it around the perimeter. A nice bounce pass there. Good denial defense by Daly. And Lynch got on the floor. Oh! And that an official got tangled up. Looked like Wheeler. And that was a unfortunate series of events there. Didn't quite see it. It looks like, I don't think the official called it on himself, so we're going to have Ochang go to the line here. But in all seriousness, good to see Wheeler up and moving around, because that was a hard hit on the floor. And the woes from the foul line continue. Again, a little confusing there on the turn of events, but much ado about nothing, so we'll start over again. And we're going to get an offensive foul call here. We'd have to wait and see and get the number. Would have been Ochang, I believe. Just a guess. Back the other way come the Cardinals. And I think Coach DeTilly was looking for a 1-and-1 there. Rebound ripped out of the hands of Chang. Will not be denied, and they call it for a travel. Zadar will check out. Back in comes the 6'2" Muller. And Guertin will fall back and pick up in the half court. Popoulos will check back in, and likewise will Liv Murray. Daly will get a break for the Cardinals. 2:50 to go in the first half. A 31-17 Guertin advantage. That ball thrown to DeRusha. No travel call. Kick back out. And Beno from the outside as Popoulos, Johnny on the spot, able to knock it down from outside. Murray back to Wheeler. Wheeler now will skip it across. And a nice scoop shot underneath. Muller cleans up the mess, goes up, and is fouled. Looks like that's Kapopoulos. We'll have to take a look. So on the arm, Muller will go to the line for a pair. So the unfriendly confines of Nashua South, the Rims have no forgiveness here. Shooting woes from the free throw line continue for the Cardinals. Muller for the second. Knocks down the second, so 1 out of 2 for the Guertin freshman. Back the other way comes Barker. Barker now setting up the offense. Looking for some help, she'll reverse it. DeRusha. Nice drive and a good feed, she couldn't finish it. And DeRusha with a pretty pass to Barker on the box. Barker couldn't finish it. So we'll go the other way and shoot some free throws. At least one. Yes, the HVAC work here is impeccable. And cannot get the first, so you do not get the second attempt. Back the other way comes Gillis. Gillis crossover between the legs, little dipsy-do. And the Panthers looking to reverse it. They couldn't do it, so they'll get a pick on ball. Will Gillis, a nice kick out there. DeRusha's not shy, she'll fire. Back iron there. Looked like it had a chance. Back the other way comes Wheeler and the Cardinals. Left side, right hand, able to put it away. 1:32 and counting here in the first half. Barker will drive, a kick out there. And a good look, but nothing to show for it was Gillis. And here comes Daly in the Cards. Daly found herself underneath the hoop. She'll have to kick it out. And the Cardinals whipping around. And it looks like we're going to get a 3-second violation. Haven't seen one of those called in about 18 years. So good call there. Can't park in the paint, Steve. Gillis now finds Kapopoulos. Kapopoulos working against Daly. Out to Russia. And a nice feed there. Was looking for Barker. Back the other way. 3-on-1 opportunity for the Cardinals. Daly goes into the paint. Tries to cross over through the middle of the paint. May have been better served to go straight up on the left side, but she'll go to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Knocks down the first. 2 Panthers in, 2 Panthers out. Front irons the second, does Daly, so 1 for 2. Back the other way comes Gillis. Loses her dribble, so marked there by Murray. Thought we might see a timeout. It's deflected back the other way. Daly with the bounce pass, Barker with the quick hands. And they're going to say that ball went off of Murray. So good defense getting back was Barker. 35-20, 27 seconds and counting here. And looks like we're going to get another jump ball. Possession will stay with the Panthers, and a good thing for Gillis and Nashua South as there were 2 streaking Cardinals with nothing but open floor and a basket in front of them. Barker now working against Lynch. They got the ball over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell double teamed at the top, and out of my kitchen, my friend. That ball gets swatted. So good defense there by Hannah Lynch. I believe it was Lynch. Got to get it in before the 5. The 5-second violation goes against the Panthers, as I was saying it. 9 seconds to go here in the first half of this one. Murray, she'll dribble to the baseline. Cut off there by Kapopoulos. Back the other way. Murray now finds the corner. Could not get it to go. Wheeler missed from downtown. So we will head into halftime of this one. Your score, Bishop Guertin 35, Nashua South 20. Purple Panthers are hanging around and making this an interesting one. We'll take a 5-minute break here. We'll be back to talk about the second half in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody, as we are just about ready to get underway. Second half action here from the Belanger Gym on the campus of Nashua High School South. The Cardinals enjoying a 35-20 lead on the home team, the Purple Panthers, but Nashua South sticking around, making things interesting, playing some good solid defense and knocking down some open shots. Meanwhile, across the way, Nashua South with a 24-17 lead over the Cardinals in boys basketball action. Jason Roby here along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy, bringing you the action on a Monday evening. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2022 as Paquette will try to ring in the new year with a 3-pointer. She can't, but Lynch able to clean it up. And that ball will go off of Barker. So Ochang able to make things difficult, and as a result, Cardinals will get possession on the turnover. Paquette to do the honors out of bounds. Gets it into Murray. Murray fired from the outside. Back iron. Rebound there by Kapopoulos. Back the other way comes Barker, she'll go to the left, throw it up. And she was bothered there by Wheeler. Panthers were able to clear the glass, however, and keep the offensive board. Underneath goes to Russia. She couldn't get it to go. Looked like Wheeler went over the top. No call. Back the other way comes Paquette. Back to Wheeler. Paquette now looking for some help. Two-person game. Ocheng will make her presence felt top of the key. And the more things change, the more they stay the same. So Paquette directing traffic. Finds Murray. Very stagnant Cardinal offense at this point. Back the other way now. They reversed it rather well. Lynch couldn't get it to go. She cleans up her own mess. Bothered there by Barker. We'll get a jump ball call. Possession will go to the Panthers. Guertin will employ full court pressure here. We'll see how the Purple Panthers handle it. Barker now avoids the trap, gets it up the side, they reverse it, well done. DeRusha on the jump stop, needs some help as she used her dribble. Firing from the outside is Gillis, and she'll knock down the triple. 37-23 now. Ocheng will kick it out to Paquette. Murray, she's not shy, back iron there. Rebound, glass cleared by Barker, she's gonna run. Barker playing at a different speed altogether here tonight. Paquette has her pocket pick. Gillis gets on the floor. And a timeout called by Coach Bourgeois. So good heads-up play there. Both teams running up and down the floor like their hair's on fire. Good stuff here, early going of the second half. 37-23, as we mentioned, across the way. Nashua South up by 7 against the Cardinals. Halfway through the second quarter. Meanwhile, Nashua North boys have traveled to Alvern. And the Nashua North Titan girls hosting Alvern. So a lot of basketball action here tonight in the Gate City. Of course, COVID mask ordinance in effect. Steve and I felt very special tonight as members only. We had our tickets with our names on them there at the door. Thought maybe there'd be some kind of a gift basket for you or something, Steve, you know? Or like a Grammys or, you know, something like that. You show up, you get some gifts. Something, you know, something. Maybe some, you know, some Beats, a nice pair of earbuds, some camera equipment. Something. I'll have to talk to Keith Richard, principal at Nashua South, and get something on the flip side. Highly unlikely, but fun to talk about regardless. All right, inbounding the ball now is Gillis. She gets it in. Nice bounce pass underneath the hoop. Barker found herself a little too deep in the water. Back the other way comes Wheeler. She'll whip it around. Good pass by Murray. Good ball movement. Lynch will drive into the lane. Bothered there. Ocheng to clean up the mess. Barker now, she's got the numbers, and a good pass there off the fingertips of Karavanich. That turnover will give possession back to the Cardinals. Paquette now to Murray. Murray working against the zone defense. They'll collapse. Good quick hands there, making life difficult for the penetrators of Guertin. From the outside, back iron for Murray. Barker trips up she tripped over her own finger and he got entangled up with a Guertin player. She'll cross over dribble, look to pick it out, and that ball's going to go off of Guertin. Looks like they found Paquette. So fast and furious action here, early going to the second half. Nashua South, as you mentioned, looking for their first win, and Barker just threw up a prayer with the left. And that ball was all kinds of deflected. Panthers will fall back. Guertin will bring the ball over the half court. Paquette found Murray. Murray got it to Lynch. Lynch will drive in. Pretty move. She went over to the left hand through the lane, but couldn't get DeRusha looking for help. Gets the pick there from Reeder, who will then set up on the high post. Gillis now. Back to Barker. Good steal there by Murray. And a bounce pass to Paquette. And the Cardinals finish at the other end. And that ball, Barker was trapped there, and this is not what you like to see. Looks like Paquette gonna finish it up, but Chang is down on the floor. Looks like she caught an elbow there, and she'll have to come out. Trainer on his way over to take a look. They set up a trap on the sideline, and it looked like she may have caught an elbow to the nose, face. At least that's what it looked like. DeRusha gets the ball over the half-court line. Will work against Paquette. Nice kick out to Reeder. She'll drive, and that shot was bothered on the way up. The outlet pass was intended for Wheeler, but she had other things on her mind as she was running the floor. Did not expect that bounce pass from Muller. DeRusha now will work up at the point, looking for help. She'll dribble with the left, goes through the key, all the way around the world, and that ball gets stolen by Paquette. Paquette with the Euro step, and around the rim it goes, couldn't finish, but Muller was there to clean it up. Guertin again will employ the full court pressure. 3:20 to go in the third quarter of this one. They skip it across to Karavanich. She'll drive and get called for the travel. Probably would have been better just going up with the left hand, as Barker and O'Donnell will check back in for the Panthers. Gillis and DeRusha will get a break. Paquette whips it over to Murray. Murray finds Lynch in the corner. She thought about it. She'll dribble baseline. Goes up. Reeder slid over to help, and a nice job. Muller was there. She got caught on the baseline, and it looks like we're going to have a foul. Yeah, on Vanessa Reeder. She just put her arms up. She's going to get called for the hold, though. I believe that is her second personal. Paquette will do the honors. Inbound play. Take your pick. Lynch and Wheeler were both open. They went to Lynch. She misses it, but they got the offensive board. Back to Lynch. Back to Wheeler. Tried to force it in there on the baseline, and they did. They got it in, and a pretty move there, but Vanessa Reeder up to the task defending Muller. Barker had the ball go off of her foot, and as a result, Lynch steals it. She's got a 3-on-1 opportunity, and good anticipation as she finds Muller across the paint, and a good finish there by the Cardinals. Here comes the trap. Barker skips it across, avoids the trap, and that ball knocked out of bounds by Wheeler. A lot of hang time on that pass. Dangerous. Muller and Bowen will check back in for the Cardinals, as Lynch and Murray will take a break. Lowell now gets the ball in. Karavanich. Going to get called on the floor. And it's going to go against the freshman Muller. Coach Bourgeois going to the bench now quite frequently, as DeRusha and Gillis will check back in. So offensive possessions, they want them on the floor. Advantage now, working against Muller, goes baseline. She'll fire it up on the baseline and shoots it over the top of Muller. Pretty shot there. And Guertin, another uncharacteristic turnover. 47-25. Barker taking her time. Tried to skip it across. Good denial defense. Muller and Reeder both go down on the floor. Foul is going to go against. They said green 33, I thought. And it was Muller. Barker now working against Paquette. And the teammates working against each other. Their advantage now will work against Muller. And Muller going to get called for 2 quick ones here. So we'll see what Coach Craig does. 1:43 to go here in the third quarter. By my count, that's 3 on Muller. Could be 2, but I have 3. We'll see. Ball goes off the hands of Karabanis, but finds its way into DeRusha's paws. DeRusha looked like she carried it. Ball gets hit up in the air and back the other way come the Cardinals. Barker with good quick hands, bothering Wheeler, and a nice reverse layup. Couldn't get it to go, but Maddie Bowen was there to clean it up. So a lot of second chance putbacks here by this Cardinal team. The initial miss being followed up. Intercepted there by Muller, and Karabanis is going to get called for the body. A couple of Cardinals checking back in. So Kapopoulos back in the game now for the Panthers. Looks like Daly and Murray for the Cards, and we'll get a timeout here. Craig wants to talk it over. This will be a full timeout on this one. So we said we'd do some scoring for you here from the first half, but I guess we'll just wait till the end of this one. Much easier to clean up the mess. There's been so much back and forth action here at the start of the third quarter. We'll check with our affiliate over at the campus of Bishop Guertin, our sister station, Nashua ETV, and see if there's any updates. So things are very quiet here, very quiet. Yeah, Steve noting the new shoes. Steve, I don't know if you want to get a quick look at those. The Wolf and Shepherd kicks. These Santa Claus, you know, it wasn't good this year, Steve, but Santa Claus did come through. I got some new Wolf and Shepherd kicks. Very, very happy with that. Thank you, Santa. I know it was bad. I'll make it up to you on the other end, I promise. 49-25, 59 seconds to go. Murray now working against Gillis. Ball working around the key. Here comes the Cardinals. Bowen, one dribble will find Daly. Daly picked up top of the key. Muller now back to Daly. She'll get the pick from Bowen. Cardinals far away from the hoop, but they find Bowen underneath, and a great job there on the pass from the freshman Muller. That call is going to go against Morgan Gillis. So Bowen going to go to the line for a pair. Back iron there from Bowen. She'll get a second. Coach Bourgeois going back to the bench. Bowen. And good thing she hit that one, Steve, because they started coloring in the circle before the ball left her hand. Prognostication at its best. And that ball gets stolen by Lynch as the press paying off for the Cardinals. Underneath, a beautiful pass there from Daly to Muller. 15 seconds to go. They'll go for the trap, and it looks like we're going to get a blocking call on Lynch. She didn't slide over to that baseline quite fast enough. And Barker able to use her quickness to her advantage, so that foul will go against Hannah Lynch. I believe it's her second personal foul. Panthers got to get it in. They employ the bounce pass. Well done to Clear advantage. Now Gillis. To Russia. From distance, wasn't able to get that one to go at the buzzer. So we're going to head into the fourth quarter of this one. It is a 52-25 Bishop Guertin advantage. And we'll take a look at some of the third quarter scoring anyway. See how we stand. So, note of interest here. As bad as it sometimes seems, as sloppy as the play sometimes might look, Guertin was able to hold Nashua South to 5 points there in the third quarter. So a great defensive effort. And as Coach Craig has talked to us before, even when things aren't going your way, you can always play good, tough defense on the floor. 8 minutes to go in this one. A 52-25 Guertin advantage. But this is a Nashua South team that definitely plays very hard, better than their record indicates. They'll face a 5-1 Goffstown team on Wednesday night, I believe it is. Meanwhile, at the conclusion of this one, we'll try to get somebody from DG, unless there's some huge comeback by Nashua South. We'll try to get one of the young ladies from the Cardinals to come up and talk to us in the post game. Guertin now. Bowen gets harassed there, and that was Karavanich causing all kinds of problems on the glass. Can you hear me now? I'm being told my voice is a little muffled, so we'll have to see. Back out in the truck, the folks out in the studio truck are telling me that, asking me why I'm whispering. It's because everybody hears whispering. Gillis knocks down the first of two. Shooter's touch, 2 for 2. Gillis gets a pair. Guertin now working the ball around the perimeter. Lynch finds Muller on the low block. She gets double teamed, goes up strong. It looks like we're going to get a call. On Ella Karavanich. Knocks down the first, does Muller. Being told I'm still muffled. So we'll check our audio here. Providing an A+ performance here tonight, Steve. How do we sound now? A travel call. So while our technicians work on the problem out in the truck, I want to say hello to the thousands of folks here in the Gate City and the millions around the globe that are watching us on the highlight guide, as that ball was saved by Reeder, but it'll go out of bounds. She was looking for DeRusha on the skip pass, unable to save it. Back the other way come the Cardinals. All right, being told now it sounds much better, Steve, so I want to thank the production crew as Bowen finishes up underneath. The production crew working hard in the truck here. Nice work out there, fellas. Steve, Mike, Marty, Kevin, Sarah, John, and Joan doing fantastic work in the highlight guy truck parked right outside here in the Nashua South parking lot. Back the other way come the Cardinals, a 55-27 advantage. Cardinals really working around the perimeter. Muller faces the double team. They kick it back out. That ball went off the feet of Maloney. Here come the Purple Panthers. Gillis loses her footing, and she'll get called for the travel. Got a little bit ahead of herself there. All right. You know, Steve, when you spend $250,000 on a camera, you know, you expect good quality sound. Cardinals will get possession under the hoop. They find Bowen. Bowen looked for Muller on the box. Good opportunistic hands. Back comes Barker the other way. She doesn't have the numbers. We'll see if she pulls back. She does. Thinks better of it. They'll find Gillis. Gillis was looking for Reeder, who was surprised that the pass came her way. Backdoor cut there, and that one went off the legs of Kapopoulos. It was a good look by Gillis. Had a backdoor cut by Kapopoulos, but she couldn't find the handle. Coach Craig will go to the bench. There'll be some wholesale substitutions. And not to be outdone, Coach Bourgeois sends out a couple new Purple Panthers. I'll give a special shout out to Beth, who I failed to mention on the production crew truck. She did a great job there picking up on the audio. Rumor has it she was up on the roof of the truck working on the satellite, so thank you, Beth, for that work. Back the other way comes Barker and the Cardinals. And Lynch blocked that shot, was standing out of bounds when it touched her again, so the Panthers will keep possession. (28-27) South at the half for the boys' game. Working on the low box now is Gillis. She goes up. A pretty move there by Morgan Gillis. She knocks down the bucket. Wheeler is able to get control, finds Paquette. She'll kick it out to Lynch. Lynch was able to get it to Murray. The Cardinals will rip it around the corner again. Daly now, bounce pass to Murray. She'll fire from range and knock it down. So we get a whistle here. Looks like we're checking potential injury situation. So we'll just start it over again. Here comes Marin Lowell for the Purple Panthers. She lost her dribble, was able to find Karavanich, who locates a wide open Kapopoulos, side iron there, and running the other way, probably a good foul taken there by Reeder as the Cardinals were off and running. DeRusha will check back in, give Reeder a break. Crossover dribble to Paquette. Paquette back over to Lynch. They'll set things back up with Murray. Murray will kick things out to Wheeler. She'll drive, throw up the runner in the lane. Was bothered there. Daly was there to clean it up. And a pretty finish once again. Just cleaning up the mess underneath. Those second chance points for the Cardinals are in abundance here this evening. Behind the back dribble, working against Paquette. Gillis will throw one up. She lost her footing there. Back the other way comes Murray and the Cardinals. Daly hesitates, and a good finish there by Kate. 62-29 now. And they'll take a timeout and talk it over. We'll coach Bourgeois and his Purple Panther staff. 62-29, 3:35 to play in this one. As we mentioned, a 28-27 South lead at the half over at Bishop Guertin. Have not gotten any calls yet on the Nashua North scores. We'll get those to you if they come in. $544 million Powerball tonight, Steve. You get a lot of Wolf and Shepherd shoes if you win that, you know? My goodness. All right. Yeah, we didn't scare too many people off tonight, Steve. Usually we drive them out of here quite early. Driving to the hoop, a nice play by Gillis. She drives to the hole, she'll get fouled. Looks like Paquette will get called. So Gillis will go to the line for a pair. First. Rather misses the first. But knocks down the second. So good adjustment on that second free throw. 62-30 now. 3:23 to play. Murray to Wheeler. She'll pick up a ball side pick. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler will drive, and Coach Craig not liking the flow of these offensive sets as he'll take a timeout to talk things over. So at this point, and we'll go through some of the scoring here up to this point, Paquette has 4. Dara has 3. De La Vega with 6. 11 points for Murray. 10 points for Lynch. 7 points for Daly. 8 points for Wheeler. I have 9 for Muller and 5 for Maddie Bowen. On the other side of things, for Nashua South, it looks like we have 6 for Barker, 10 for Gillis, 6 for Kapopoulos, 7 for Karavanich, and 1 for Reeder. And of course, the official statistics will come out. The statisticians out in the truck will have those to us by game's end. Ball kicked around. Paquette and Murray, a little two-person game. And they'll involve Wheeler in the antics. A little crossover dribble by Paquette, back to Wheeler. She'll fire it in front iron, and good positioning on the defensive board by Karavanich. Back the other way comes Gillis and the Panthers. Gillis now working on Murray. She'll cross over Murray, throw one up in the paint, and that will go out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals. .239 and counting. Paquette over to Murray. Murray whips the ball back around to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Paquette. Nice bounce pass on the block. She'll face the double team, and nice turn into the paint by De La Vega. She couldn't get it to go, but good recognition as Murray picks the pocket and goes in for the uncontested layup. She anticipated that pass, got in the passing lane, went the other way. 64-30 now, Cardinals. DeRusha, crossover dribble there. Looks like they're gonna call Wheeler for the foul. Good handles by DeRusha as she controlled the dribble, and she'll go to the free throw line. Looks like a 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Panthers as the revolving door of substitutes continues for the Cardinals. DeRusha can't get the first to go. Rebound taken there by the Cardinals, specifically Matty Bowen. Maloney now gets the ball over to Patel. A dish underneath to Muller, so nice job there. And a double team on the ball. They quickly got it over to Lowell. Lowell able to find DeRusha. She'll try to skip it across. Was able to find Kapopoulos. Oh, and a great drive to the hoop by Karavanich, who was fouled on her way to the hoop. That foul is going to go against Brooke Muller. I believe could be her fourth. Karavanich had the line for a pair. Pretty shot there. Ella knocks down the first. And hits a pair. 9 points on the evening thus far. Steal there by Lowell. She comes back the other way, goes up. And a nice finish there by Maren Lowell to get in the scorer's book. Madeline Maloney now. Nice drop pass. Pretty little hook there, but couldn't get it to go. And a player-controlled foul, as it looked like Karavanich came in a little out of control. She'll get whistled for the player control. Picks up her second. 38.5 seconds left here in this one. 66-34 Guertin advantage. And a nice round of applause for the Purple Panthers as Coach Bourgeois will empty the bench. Maloney being harassed there. A nice drop shot, and again going to that baseline side hook this time, but Muller found herself too deep, and side of the backboard resulted. Donald now. Got it over to Murray. Murray being harassed there. Looked like Rossetti was going to come clear, but a foul took place prior to that. That foul will go against Maloney, her first. So a one-and-one opportunity here. Back iron, Murray missed the first front end. Travel called on the Cardinals. And that is going to do it here from the campus of Nashua South High School, the Belanger Gymnasium. Your final score, Bishop Guertin 66, Nashua South 34. Guertin will move to 5-0 on the season, regular season and in-state competition. Meanwhile, Nashua South will go to 0-6, still looking for that first win. Had some inspiring play out there on the floor tonight, but was unable to solve that pressure of Bishop Guertin. Nashua South will visit Goffstown High School on Wednesday evening. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin will head over to Wyndham for a 6:30 tip-off on Thursday night. And we'll see if Coach Craig sends us anybody up here to have a little post-game conversation. We'll get an opportunity to talk to somebody, hopefully. But in the interim, we'll talk about your final score, a 66-34 Bishop Guertin victory, and some well-balanced scoring by the Cardinals. It looked like they were having some early troubles with the defensive pressure from the Nashua Purple Panthers, but fortunately, they were able to get their legs under them and get their minds right, play good, solid defense, and get into the winning column yet again after a 1-2 road trip during holiday play. We're going to take a 1-minute break here, and then we'll come back, hopefully with a little post-game conversation. We'll be right back after this. All right, well, we're just about ready to wrap things up here from the Belanger Gym on the campus of Nashua South High School. Cardinals coming away tonight with the victory and a great team effort. Looked like they had some heavy legs at the start of this one. We're having some trouble finding a solution to that 1-3-1 Purple Panther defense, but they were able to start getting the ball down low on the opposite block for some easy buckets. They went back to their staple, which is good pressure defense, creating a lot of turnovers, utilizing their press in the second half to come away with some easy buckets. As a result, they come away with their 5th victory of the regular season here tonight, their 6th overall. Cardinals will travel to the campus of Wyndham High School and visit the Jaguars on Thursday evening, and we'll have all the action for you on the highlight guy. For Steve Cody, this is Jason Roby reminding you that it's not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Have a great night, everybody.